Hello all, I wanted to let you know of a translation word change within the Philokalia that I'm going to make from now on because it is significant. So a lot of these posts I've used the word mind, and it comes from this Greek word nous. But with our modern understanding of mind and how it's distinctly connected to a physical aspect of our being, that's not really what the writers of the Philokalia had in mind. So in light of that, I want to change that word to heart. And so here's the reason for that, because the fathers of the church and mothers agreed that the heart is the immaterial aspect of our being that uniquely communes with God directly through his energies, his activities, where we experience his goodness and all of that, his peace, his love. And then as a result of that change, then our minds are renewed, our actions fall into suit, and our wills follow, among many other things, naturally. So that's kind of what the Philokalia writers had in mind. I wanted to provide a quick analogy for what that kind of looks like practically in our lives. For example, say Jovi is walking around outside, our little one, and she trips and falls. Well, what happens? Like, you feel something right here. It's like, ah. So you run towards her to help her. And, just about all of us feel that with our kids. At least we should. So our heart is moved. And then what do? It's like, well, our mind starts to help. We have these thoughts, we have wills, we have actions that all follow suit as a result of that. And so that's kind of a good analogy to understand this concept, because God is beyond us. There's a sense in which we should long for him, in which he actually longs for us. And so when we get ourselves away from this idea of, oh, I just need to get more knowledge about God, it's like, no, that's not what communing with God is. It's not just memorizing the Bible. Getting away from, oh, I just need to do things for God. It's like, yeah, that's great. Both of those things are great. When there is an aligning of that with us truly communing with God, and that being a natural overflow of our communion with him in our hearts. And what does that come through? Well, that's why I'm posting all these things about the Philokalia. Because they're talking about this change that happens within the heart, within this, you could call it introspection, but it's only introspection because God is communing within us. Like, this is where he seeks us, according to the Philokalia writers. And it's not like a physical place in us necessarily, but I'm just saying the heart, what is drawn, and it's even beyond emotion, right? I mean, we can have emotional experience as well, but that does not guarantee that God is the one causing those emotional experiences. I can go to a concert and have some amazing emotional experiences. That doesn't mean that it's God. But yeah, that's what we learn from the Philokalia writers, is how to commune with God. And it involves some hard work, but it's good work, because we're kind of centering ourselves on God And that's very hard for us to do in a busy society. So that's my little reflection for tonight. And I'll see if I can post this at the top of the Philokalia page, because I think it's so important for understanding the Philokalia. And it's not the only component of the Philokalia, but it is a huge part to understanding the background for how these writers are thinking. So I hope this is helpful to you. Again, if you scroll through the previous post and insert heart, and kind of insert this background of understanding, insert heart in place of mind, then you'll kind of understand a little bit more what the fathers are getting at in that. And so I hope you have a blessed evening, and I hope this is helpful to you. And I will talk to you again soon and do more posts.